I'm James, and this is my family, Lynn, Athenia, Pierce. Previously, we went across the nation. This trip was going to be about camping. We wanted to venture up US Route 395. This winter's rainfall ended our decade-long drought and left snowpack in the mountains stories high. The snowmelt had lasted into the summer, and there was still snow in the mountains during our trip. The upgrades to the Bowlus this year were not as substantial as previous years. I had to upgrade the solar wiring from 10 gauge to 8 gauge. I also had to upgrade the connectors. The old ones were XT90 type connectors, and I had to upgrade those to Anderson type. I also upgraded the Bowlus battery. It was a lead acid battery, and I had to get lithium iron phosphate batteries. And with that, we embarked on our journey.
To the Sierra Nevadas. The suits are in the trunk. That's where they're gonna travel, in the trunk part of the Tesla.
First charge was in Mojave. They have a spaceport there where Scaled Composites created Spaceship One and won the Anzari Award back in the day. Also close to Mojave is Edwards Air Force Base, the Southern California Airplane Boneyard, and the Mojave Wind Farm. Next charge on our trip was at Inyokern. At this supercharger, there was a payphone. There was a pull-through style stall for us Teslas that tow. Also, there were Rivian chargers there. We visited Dirty Socks Hot Springs. This place is close to Owens Lake. It was a dry lake bed that had problems with dust storms. But this year, we had so much rainfall and snowpack that it filled in Owens Lake. We did pour-over coffee on this trip. We also went to Lake Diaz. Lake Diaz is right next to Lone Pine and close to Alabama Hills. We had packed a raft this trip and we rode around Lake Diaz, the Lone Pine supercharger. This is the supercharger in Lone Pine, the town next to Alabama Hills. The rock formations in Alabama Hills were super unique. It was fun to be there, hike through them, and camp in that area.
Right here. It's right next to these awesome rocks.
Yeah. I felt warm.
We found a nice spot to camp in Alabama Hills amongst the rocks. Alabama Hills with fighter jets flying above. Snow-covered Mount Whitney was off to the side.
Over there, that's the peak of Mount Whitney. With the two little peaks on the side that they're in.
We headed to Keogh Hot Springs. We camped by a rushing river. And rode around Lake Sabrina.
There's snow on the banks of this lake. Crazy, huh?
Don't try to catch a drone while rowing in the middle of a lake. The drone's propeller hit me right under my eye. We camped and relaxed at Hilltop Hot Spring. Hilltop Springs. Hilltop Hot Springs, they're in the background, way back there. We also went to visit Hot Creek. It's supposed to be so hot, so hot, you're not supposed to go in it.
We're at Willie's Hot Springs. It's a natural hot spring with a really nice view. It's a bam. Be careful with your hot springs. Don't drink the water. Don't
dip your head under water at the hot springs. You might catch an amoeba.
To make coffee today, we're boiling some hot water using the Bluetti and started at 88%. All right, that's the sound. 82%. Sheesh. Definitely over 100 watts then.
Mammoth supercharger, Mammoth Lakes. Guess what? Freaking pull through. I love these pull through chargers. They should all be this way. We visited Twin Lakes. Go ahead. And June Lake. Next to June Lake is Gull Lake. The kids played in the playground at Gull Lake. We went to Tavertine Hot Springs.
This is one of the pools. That's a cluster. That's like the main one. This is the nice pool that everyone likes. There's one in the parking lot.
We went to Buckeye Hot Spring. This one is adjacent to a river. There's two pools up top. One hot spring was right next to the river. We drove further up the 395 into Nevada to Gardnerville Supercharger. Lake Tahoe. We drove around Lake Tahoe to the north side and found a free concert. El Dorado National Forest. We took a service road into El Dorado National Forest. It was a beautiful, secluded area next to a river. It was almost enchanted feeling. Unfortunately, this place had burn scars from previous wildfires. We camped at a place labeled as absolutely perfect outside of Yosemite. Another beautiful area next to a river.
It was absolutely perfect.
Groveland Supercharger, outside Yosemite. Yosemite National Park. What a beautiful, majestic national park. Classic half dome. Bridal Veil Falls was a very short hike, so we did it with the kids. We watched climbers scale El Capitan, a sheer rock face. It was so majestic and so high. Yosemite is so beautiful. We were lucky enough to pick up a standby slot at Yosemite. We asked the ranger about campsites in Yosemite, and they said we were lucky there was one available. So we drove into Yosemite Valley and got a campsite. You have to watch out for bears. You gotta store your food in the bear locker and be a little careful, but we got to enjoy Yosemite and camp inside it. We also visited Sequoia Grove. We drove to Bass Lake and rode around it. We had to drive through the center of California before we could get to the coast. It was extremely hot. We charged up at Golden Hill Plaza in Paso Robles. Cambria was foggy and cool. Then we headed to San Luis Obispo, where Athenia got to ride a pony at the Madonna Inn.
A view of Laguna Lake from horseback.
We were finishing our loop, stopping in Pismo Beach. Lake Cachuma. We played at Casitas Water Adventure by Casitas Lake. And then we drove home. If you want to say hi, you gotta say hi into the microphone. They gotta hear you.
Okay.
You want to say hi? Come here. You'll be in focus if you're over here. Come here. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Is there anything else you want to say?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.